You can't get logistics to work in a city centre off rents because it's not going to drive the value relative to existing use value. So you have to blend it with other uses. If we look at big cities like London, which are expanding into places like Battersea, Stratford, White City on the edge, bringing in big office occupiers, and you look at those redevelopments, there's not much logistics in that. It's residential, it's office, it's retail, it's entertainment, it's leisure, in good public realm. So logistics is very much on the edge of the city, and how it's going to work is going to depend on how each city functions. Rates of public transportation, the amount of walking, cycling relative to use of the motor car differs significantly across each European city. So it's got to be a different solution for each different city. You look at schemes in Paris, there's a really interesting scheme which runs in on a railhead up in the 18th arrondissement, so Hotel Logistique, and that's big logistics below, served by rail freight. It also is part of a much bigger redevelopment of the city that connects into the Seine and the waterway, and that's really driven by logistics, but it's got an urban farm on the top, and it's got some other business, commercial uses mixed in, and some residential. So it's different schemes for different cities, but I think one of the big questions for cities is how they manage freight. So freight is responsible for about 40% of emissions in the city, much more than buildings. It's how you manage that and how you make it efficient, electronic, how you optimize logistics around the centre so we're not wasting freight with empty vans going back and forth or just bringing in a few products at a time. That's more of a critical question in terms of how that works and how you get your logistics to work and service everything else on the back of it.